Well, good afternoon, refreshed moms. I am back with our weekly Facebook Live. Took last week off as my white space week. Have a lot going on as we prepare for the Refresh Live podcast. So it's good to be back. It's good to connect with you guys via live in the group. It's my only time that I show up to actually connect live with you guys on Thursday. So it's a wonderful time for me and I'm excited to jump into the content for today. Let me get my notebook next to me because a lot of times something pops up that I need to write down and I want to be able to do it right away. So, all right, so today we are talking about the quickest path, excuse me, the quickest path to multiple income streams. Hey, Sarah. And I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to jump right into it. When we think about multiple income streams, I mean, it's basically just what it says. It's a buzz. They're buzzwords that we hear in this world of entrepreneurship, right? Diversify, create multiple income streams in order to have money coming in from different areas. But there are three main areas when we're talking about creating multiple income streams. And the three main areas are real estate, investments. Hey, you guys. Hey, Erin. Real estate, investments, and owning your own business. Okay, those are the three main ways. I'm going to repeat them again. Real estate, investments, and owning your own business. Okay, and the problem is that many times we're trying to accomplish multiple income streams in all three areas at the same time, and sometimes that can become difficult. Okay. Now, I want us to talk directly to the entrepreneurs and to the moms that are running a business because that multiple income streams actually means something a little bit different, or I shouldn't say different, but if we break it down to our businesses, when we talk about multiple income streams, we're talking about different ways to bring in money. It just sounds overwhelming to me. Because it is, Sarah, it is. But there's a way to do it in an underwhelming way, and that's what I'm hoping to connect you guys with today. But when you talk about running your own business and you talk about having multiple income streams, you're basically saying having income coming in from different avenues of business. So this, like, say for instance, you have a blog. This could be from advertising. This could be from affiliate links or affiliate connections. You know, you may have different things that drive income from that blog, and you are using multiple ways to build income in order to monetize your blog, right? Same thing like with a podcaster. You may be looking for sponsorships. You may be looking for advertisements. You may be looking to connect people to a paid service that you offer. Different ways to bring in income to your business. Okay, that's what I want us to focus on. Even if you don't have, even if you don't have those things, it could be, okay, I offer a coaching service, and then I also sell connected items from a Shopify store. That's when I first launched Refresh Moms. I really wasn't doing both because my husband really wanted me to have a store, and he really wanted to monetize with Shopify and have our own store. This was my husband's idea. This was not my idea. Hey, who's coming on? Tara and Tiffany. Hey, you guys. He wanted to have a store, and I knew I needed to focus just on the Refresh Moms coaching and what I offer as a service for my clients. And he's like, no, we need to create income in a more passive way, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, I said, I agree. Passive income is attractive to everybody, right? I said, I don't have time to build passively if I want to do the coaching. I got to choose one or the other. And I told him to go ahead and focus on the store, and he didn't. He wasn't ready. Running a business is no joke. He wasn't ready. And so the store has flown away. We no longer have that store. But I knew coming in that I couldn't focus on selling mugs and selling, self-care items, which my store was branded around self-care items. I knew I couldn't do both and also sell my coaching service well. Okay. And it wasn't happening well. I was making money in one area and one area was dwindling, but I didn't have time to focus on it. So anyway, the reason why passive income is so attractive because in entrepreneurship, what we see out there is this draw to the laptop life, right? We want to be able to do work anywhere, and we see the pictures of the women with their feet up on the laid back chair by the pool or facing the ocean with their laptop on their lap, and they snap the picture so you can see their legs and their toes, their nicely painted, freshly manicured toes at the end of that chair, and the ocean and the water or the mountains or whatever is out in front of them, so they're snapping this picture, and then they tag it from whatever exotic location that they're from. That is the dream, right? We want to be able to take our work wherever we go. And even as moms, we just want to be able to have the flexibility to work in a way that allows us to serve our families, right? So passive income is attractive because the idea is income is coming in while I'm cooking dinner, or income is coming in while I'm off doing this other thing with my kids. Income is coming in, me as a homeschool mom, while I'm homeschooling my child, so I can make money without having to trade my time, right? That's why passive income is attractive. But the thing about passive income, there's a whole lot of work that you have to do before you can depend on passive income. You definitely can work towards passive income, and I encourage you to. I really do. I believe everybody can create passive income streams, okay? But there's a ton of work that you've got to put in front of that in order for a passive income stream to produce the way that you want to produce. Hey, Dominique. Hey, Tanya. All right. So there's some things that you're going to need to have under your belt in order to reproduce passive income results stably or on an ongoing basis. All right. So this is what this Facebook Live is about. I want to talk about some of the areas that there might be some myths or some things that we believe that are not true in regards to creating the multiple income streams that we desire, or the multiple passive income streams that we desire. Let's just be real about that. But I wanted to talk about these 3 areas so that we go into this with eyes wide open, and that we are pacing our business in order to create this for ourselves, but we are also being realistic about the expectations of the timing of this, okay? So this is what I want to talk about. All right, you guys can comment and ask questions as I go. The number one thing I want you to know about creating multiple income streams for yourself, passive income streams for yourself, building a business takes a lot of skill, okay? And you must be on a path of acquiring the skills that you need regularly if your business is going to earn money. This is not a new thing that I haven't said before, but there's a difference, and I've said this many times. There's a difference between what you have an expertise in, what your background has trained you to do, what you do well, versus running your business, okay? And there are things that you have to learn in order to be a savvy business runner, as well as someone that has a skill that serves their customer, okay? And it takes skill to do this in a passive income way. All right, you got to know how to create income passively before you create income passively. Okay. There are 2 areas that you must be pouring into all the time. The first one is getting better at what you're an expert at. You can't just say, well, I'm really good at this, and never invest back into the thing that you are good at. You got to be constantly reading books, constantly educating yourself on your area of expertise, right? And the second one is becoming more business savvy. So yes, you have a skill set that is marketable, a skill set that people will pay for, right? But you also have to know how to position that skill set in order to create revenue, okay? So those 2 areas take consistent learning. My background is in marketing. I've held multiple marketing manager positions. I have a degree in business marketing, and I still invest tons of money and time in investing into that skill, into marketing, me learning marketing strategies, me staying sharp in the area of marketing and business strategy, not even just for myself, but because one of my services is equipping other entrepreneurs to do this for their business. I got to be able to serve them in this way, which means I have to continue my education, right? That's the same thing for you in whatever area that you are an expert at. And then you've got to learn how to create a business around it. And that is a consistent education as well. All right, so books, workshops, courses, retreats, conferences. These are forever parts of your business investment, okay? You will never not need these things. You need to always be planning to invest in your business in this way. You need to always be setting aside money and finances to invest in your business this way. But you don't have to spend a ton of money when you don't have a ton of money. Books are wonderful resources. My goodness, I have stacks and stacks of books. That's a very low cost item that puts a mentor right, at your fingertips, right? Anyway, all right. So like I said, plan and forecast for these financially all the time to be investing into your area of expertise and your area of business strategy or your business strategy. And know that, well, let me stop there. Let me move into number 2 for this next point. Okay, so number 1 was building a business takes skill and strategy. You've got to be investing into learning that all the time. Number 2, now you know that you don't have the time to splinter yourself. Like, who was that said it just sounds overwhelming? Sarah. It just sounds overwhelming when you think about creating multiple income streams, especially for us in our season of life, our momming season, right? We don't really have time to splinter ourselves amongst different parts of our business, right? We just don't have the time. Our time is limited and our time is valuable, right? Our time means a lot to us, and we've got to learn how to make the most of it. And when our businesses are small, when our businesses are new, I do not believe it is the best allocation of our time to split ourselves among 2 different revenue streams at once. Okay, sometimes things organically come about. So let's say you have a podcast and you're not really actively seeking sponsorships for your podcast, but let's say your podcast is growing in popularity and now sponsors and advertisers start reaching out to you. Hey, they maybe want to start paying you in order for you to advertise a product. Okay, so that is another stream of income that has brought itself to you. And there is a time and a place to focus on being marketable to sponsors, to bring in money for, a podcast or a blog or whatever. But that might not have been your focus when you launched it, right? Your focus may have been launching your podcast in order to bridge it to whatever that mainstream of income was. Yeah. And then something organically grew on a second, on another stream of income. So those things happen. I'm just saying, I don't think our time is best spent. And then when those types of things happen, that extra income comes in another way. Now you have income to actually pay somebody to take some things off your plate in order for you to focus on another stream of income. Okay. But anyway, so don't set yourself up for failure by overcommitting yourself and overcommitting your brain to multiple streams of income or ways to create multiple streams of income at the same time. All right. I just don't think it's necessary. I also think you are cutting into your ability to be successful or your ability to create the type of income that you want by splitting your energies amongst more than one thing. Okay, focused attention breeds success. Okay, so focusing on one service or one product and knowing how to get that in the market well and nurturing that until it's creating the type of income that you want to create around it, you do better by freeing up your time to focus on that one thing. Okay, I love this quote from financialmentor.com, which kind of ties together the importance of the notion of not having enough time and the challenges of our busy lives. This is what the quote says. All right, financial success results from focused attention directed to a specific outcome, and happiness results from balancing your personal life with your business life. I'm going to say that again. Financial success results from focused attention directed to a specific outcome. All right, and happiness results from balancing your personal life with your business life. All right, so let's not focus on the happiness coming from the income. Let's focus on the journey of creating the consistency around that one thing and balancing that with all the other things that are going on in your life and creating some type of harmonious integration while you grow that thing. Okay. All right. I'm checking comments here. Stay-at-home moms are busy too. I don't even think you need to put two. Stay-at-home moms are just busy, Sarah. We are so freaking busy. That is so much work. And there are moms, I know of moms now that tell me that when they go to work, it's like a reprieve. It's like I get to go to work and I get to drop my kids off somewhere and I get a break. You know, stay home moms, it's a whole lot of work. All right. Hey, Sherry and Lulu Proverbs 31. I don't know your name. I don't know if your name is Lulu, but welcome, welcome. All right. So, number 3. Okay, let me recap. Number 1, building a business takes skill. And number 2, you don't have the time to splinter yourself or splinter your attention amongst multiple ways of making income. Let's just focus on doing one right now. Do it really, really well. Get the income generating around that one thing. Okay, here's the last one. When you focus your attention in one area, you become better and better at it, and you become better and better at serving in that one area. Okay, and this, my friends, is the secret to passive income and creating multiple income streams. Do you hear me? Focus on one area, get really, really good at serving in that one area. And now when you see that you're creating consistent results for people in that one area, it is a very good indication that you can now create a product around how you're serving, or maybe even pulling out the very best aspects of the way that you serve and packaging it into one thing, okay, and release it to the market in order for it to grow in a passive way. Okay, what's not passive? Coaching services are not passive because that's trading time for money. Coaching services are scalable, right? I can scale my coaching by coaching more than one person at a time, which is why I created the mastermind. That's not the only reason why I created the mastermind, but one of the ways is how can I coach more than one person for a long period of time in order to get them somewhere. You know, smaller coaching packages only helps me move them so far, but the mastermind is a 9-month commitment that I'm like, by the end of 9 months, we are going to be somewhere in your business, okay? But I want to be able to do that for more than one woman at a price point that allows them to be able to fold this into their business expenses. That's my desire, okay? But it's not scalable in a way that I can do Facebook ads around it because I only have a certain amount of seats available. You know, once I reach those seats, you know, it's done. But if you have a product that can serve the same type of customer thousands and thousands of times over, and that product was birthed out of the way that you serve when you're trading your time for money. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then it's been proven. I've done this with women over and over again. This has worked for them. These things are producing results in their lives. They are giving me testimonials about how this is producing. I bet I can create something that serves a woman without me having to trade my time for money, and it gets them similar results. You have now created an opportunity for passive income, okay? But do you understand how much time it takes to get to that point, to be able to identify? This is how my new freebie that I put out there. I have a freebie out there, the time management toolkit for moms, okay? That freebie was birthed out of my work with my clients because my clients needed a way. They wanted the business knowledge. They wanted to understand how to grow their business. They wanted to create income with their business, but we couldn't get past being able to even schedule an appointment, schedule a coaching session because their lives were so busy. And so I was like, and then one day I might post this. For the women that come into the group, there's a little short form that I just ask some simple questions before you come into the Refresh Moms group. And one of the things is, what is your biggest business or self-care struggle right now? And I should post just the string of you all, I might do it in this thread, the string of you all telling me that time management and balancing it all is your number one problem. And so what did that tell me? I've got to teach women how to overcome this. And so I knew how I overcame it. I knew what I was doing to overcome it because I completely 100% identified with that feeling, because when I had my first business with the nonprofit, that's exactly where I was. I wasn't doing it well at all, not at all. And so when I came into Refresh Moms was birthed out of the desire to eliminate that for women that want to do business while their children are at home, right? And so I'm like, this is what I do. Let me teach some of my clients what I do, and let me see if it helps them. And once it started reproducing itself over and over, and it was being helpful over and over, I'm like, I'm going to pull this little chunk out and make a freebie around it. That's how I identified a freebie that I believed, once I put it together, was going to convert for me in the marketplace, right? This is how you create a passive income strategy. You start creating things that can produce income for you, passively, but they're birthed out of how you serve while you're trading time for dollars, or while you are figuring out what is serving your customer well in another part of your business. And when you realize that, you're like, I bet I can create something that serves thousands of women instead of serving them individually. But you can't just do that out of the jump. You've got to learn this. You got to learn your customer. Oh my gosh, you got to learn. You got to understand them. You got to listen to them. You got to hear where their frustrated points are. I don't even like using the word balance, okay? I like using the word integration, because I don't believe there's a real balance to doing this. I believe there's a rhythm. But the reason why, in my language with my freebie, I'm about to teach you guys something. I need you to pick this up real quick, all right? My language in my freebie talks, and I don't like even using the word time management, okay? Because that, once again, I'm all about the rhythm and the flow, okay? That's me. That's how I approach my day. I don't push stuff that's not, I don't try to cram something in that's not flowing with that day. Just because I had a set plan, if there's something happening with me emotionally or something happening in my home that is causing me to shift my focus, I flow with that and I shift things around in my schedule in order to make room for those things, okay? Which is what I teach. But I knew that using that language, generally speaking, was not going to speak to as many people. I needed to get people in order to teach them the flow, okay? So I use words like time management and balance, because those are the words that are ranking in Google searches. Those are the words that are keywording in search engine optimization. And those are the words, quite frankly, that y'all use when you're talking to me about your challenges. So why would I use rhythms? Why would I use flow if those are not the words you're using, okay? And this is what you all taught me. You taught me this is the way you talk, or this is the way you see it, or this is the way you think. So when I put together something that I'm going to try to serve on one-to-many level, I've got to use the thinking and the wording that is being used by my customers. And that's the same thing when you're creating a product or service. You create the product or service around, in the language around what your customers are saying they need, not on what you think they need and how you think they want you to talk. I shouldn't say they want you to talk, how you think you want them to hear you. That's really what I'm saying. They need to hear you the way they hear you. I hope that makes sense. Okay. All right. So once again, focus your attention in one area so you can become better and better and better at serving in that area. All right. Focus on your marketing message around one thing. One thing. Don't start talking about all these different things. Sometimes when you're in the beginning of your business, you're trying to figure it out. That's fine. But I'm saying once you land, that's your pivot foot. Okay. Everything you create and say now pivots from that one marketing message. Okay. Focus on serving one type of customer. Well, Deanna, I can serve many customers. I know you can. I can too. You don't have to be a mother to benefit from what I serve, what I do. okay? But I talk to moms because that's who I want to serve. But I can serve men. I don't have to, what I teach transcends gender and transcends life season. But I want to talk to mothers because that's my pivot foot. Okay? So my brand and my messaging stays the same. I'm talking to moms, even if a woman that is not a mom comes across me and says, oh, well, she's for moms, and she turns away. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, because she's not who I'm talking to, even though if she says, hey, can I still join your group? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But I'm not changing how I talk in my group. Okay? What does Sarah say? You mean I can't just wave a magic wand? In all seriousness, business administration is not a strong suit for me. How do I become an expert? Or what books do I start reading? I've got the ideas and a goal, but putting it into a workable business. Okay. Sarah, that's a lot. I'm going to try to answer some of it. I'm going to circle back to it, but then I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you another step, and it's up to you to take the next step. Okay. But I'm going to answer you. It is. You need to really, really consider being a part of my mastermind. And Brandon and me in April, we're doing a content marketing workshop that is going to cover SEO. And we're going to try to make it really, really understandable and easy for you. So that look out for that promotion. It'll be promoted after the podcast launch. But we have a very affordable, very, very quick touch 1 hour workshop on content marketing and strategy. And we're going to break down some of those really, really foreign concepts like SEO and keywording and all that kind of stuff. We're going to make it real easy. Okay, so look out for that. Anyway, so focus your marketing message around one thing. Focus on serving one type of customer. Okay, focus on one signature way of serving. And focus on selling one main product or service. That's enough. That's enough. And rock that out. Can you give yourself 2 years to do that before you start adding on other things? There are ways to offer one thing and offer it differently. I offer coaching, but I offer it in workshops. I offer it in my mastermind. I offer it in one-on-one. And one day I'm going to offer it in a live event or a meetup of some sort. Okay. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I just offer it in a different way, but it's the same service. Does this make sense? I'm not going to, offering, let me try to give you a better idea of this. So my service is coaching and teaching, right? But what I'm not going to do is try to grow, like I said at the beginning of this, a Shopify shop at the same time that I'm trying to grow my income around my coaching. Okay? Because that's what's paying the bills right now. And I want to get really, really good at that one thing with this particular customer before I branch out into other ways of serving that customer. Okay. All right. It's not about, this is what I want to kind of close with. It's not about the race to 7 figures. Okay. This is really, really key. I know some of you have 7-figure aspirations, 6-figure aspirations. Some of you just want grocery money. But some of you have really big aspirations. The circles that I run in with the moms that I serve, they have, significant financial goals. But it's not about the race to getting to those financial goals, all right? If we can let go of the time-limiting goal setting. Ooh, I want to make this amount of money by this time this year. What happens when you just take that off the table? The limit, not necessarily the goal of reaching that type of income, but limiting it to time. And just see, did you just breathe when you did that? I don't have to do it by December. I'm just going to journey to it however long it takes me. Because you can't move past what you need to learn in order to make that happen. You can't move faster than your education. You have to be educated and you have to put some things in practice and you have to learn and grow before you see that type of income. And another thing, you don't really see that type of income without team. without help. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. All right. If you can let go of the time limiting goals and build your business in a way that protects your happiness and sanity while you grow it, that should be your goal as you fold in passive income. Okay. Here's one more great quote from Financial Mentor. Happiness has more to do with balancing life than making tons of money. Happiness has more to do with balancing your life than making tons of money. Okay. Your happiness is not tied to your bank account. You don't have to be rich in order to be happy. Right? I need you to let that sink in. Even if you know that you're in a place in your life where money is scarce or money is tight, that is still not the source. Getting more money is not the source of your happiness. Okay? And you definitely don't want to do business from a place of that pressure. Oh, I gotta sell this, or I've gotta get people in my course, or I gotta sell these kits or sell these packages with my direct sales. I gotta do this in order to get there, and you're doing it from that pressure instead of a place of learning and service, and knowing that the more I get better at this, the better, the better I get to creating income. If you can truly embrace the reality of this, your journey to making money and your journey to passive income will become so much easier, so much more joyful. Okay? Let me go to the questions really quick. All right. All right, Sarah. So let me go back to your question. Business administration is not a strong suit for me. How do I become an expert, or what books do I start reading? I've got the ideas in a goal, but putting it into a workable business model is where I lose myself. Okay, so the only way I can answer that is understanding what your current goals are, Sarah, because you don't read all the books at one time. You have to kind of target what you want to learn and add to your business and focus on that one thing before you move on to the next thing. So if you're like, okay, I need this skill set in my toolbox in order to move forward, identify what you need, then find the resource in order to educate you in that particular thing. Once you have that under your belt, then you set a whole nother goal. Okay, now the next thing I need to learn is blah, blah, blah. Then you figure out who can help you with that, whether it's a book or an actual course or a workshop like I'm going to offer. But Sarah, even I'm going to de-sell this workshop real quick. Listen to me. If search engine optimization isn't the next thing that you need in your business, then maybe that's not where you spend money. Does that make sense? We're going to teach some content marketing for people that are ready to start implementing content marketing or are ready to put that tool in their toolbox. Okay. Or they currently have content marketing going and they're like, yeah, I need some help around this. I need some help around creating keywords in order for my stuff to rank in Google and blah, blah, blah. That's who this is designed to serve. It's designed to serve for people that desire to put content out, but they're overwhelmed and don't know how to stay consistent. This is what this workshop is going to do. But if you're not ready to put that into implementation for your business, then maybe that's not the best expenditure for where you are in business. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Only So this is what the actionable thing I want you to do. I want you to get on a discovery call with me, and I need to hear what's going on, and I can help you create steps to take, because you're not gonna waste time taking workshops that are not for you and for where you are in your business right now. Let's not do that. I'm not talking about workshops even that I give. Don't spend money with me if that's not what you need right now. You find what you need and then you go put your investment there and then circle back to me when I'm offering something that fits your season of business. But what I will say is I don't think anybody should be doing business without a coach. I'm just saying, I've done it with one, I've done without one, and I'm just saying you can avoid. It's an investment that helps you not waste money on other things, because a good coach is going to guide you as you move step by step by step in your business, so that you're building something on a strong foundation. But Sarah, refreshmoms.com / I always do this when I do / discovery call. That's where I want you to go. Fill out the form. Let's talk. Let's create a plan. Okay. That's where I direct what I want to, because it's hard for me to answer that without having a little bit more background on your business. Okay. All right, you all. That is it. What time is it? Oh my gosh, I'm late. I'm supposed to be in a mastermind meeting right now. You guys, I love you. Thank you for tuning in today, and happy to see everybody that's on replay. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.